It's time for the Wendy Williams Show. Today, the Hot Talk Roundtable is back. 3 new panelists dish on the week's hottest topics. Plus, Boardwalk Empire star and young Hollywood heartthrob, Vincent Piazza. And take your office workwear from glum to glam. Now, here's Wendy.
The best show for you today. Okay, you've heard about Lady Gaga. She's sticking it to the haters who called her fatso. And the X Factor might finally have found their new host. You know I've got an opinion. Let's talk about it. It's time for Hot Topics. Good people, have a seat. So, did you guys actually watch X Factor last night? Last night was a really good TV night at our house. I mean, dinner was leftovers, and so I was, ready and perched. I watched the whole X Factor, and then I wanted to watch Honey Boo Boo, and I watched about 20 minutes of that. And we'll talk about them in a moment. And then I ended up switching from Honey Boo Boo to American Greed, which do you watch American Greed? Yeah. It's gangsta. Anyway, but back to X Factor. I like that contestant, David Corey. I believe he's the young man who was born in Brazil, but now lives here in the States, and he was in Florida. That's him. And he sang one of my favorite songs in modern times. You know that Bruno Mars song, Just the Way You Are? I love that song. Anyway, and he's using the show to give him exposure so that he can find his birth mother, but also he had like a really good act, an interesting thing going on. He showed up with some of his homeboys and stuff. And then there was this other contestant that I really liked, Sophie Simmons. Did you see her? She's 20 years old, the daughter of Gene Simmons and Shannon Tweed. The problem is that she's Sophie Simmons, and I don't think that shows like this are made for Sophie Simmons or Jim Carrey's daughter or any of these other celebrities who are trying to make it big. You use what you got, which is your mom and your dad and your name, and stop taking places on these competition shows. I mean, and mind you, I prefaced everything by saying I thought she was a phenomenal talent. Her voice, really beautiful. Her personality was perfect. And even her everyday girl look, perfect. But, like I'm saying, if your father is Gene Simmons, why are you taking a place on one of our competition shows when all Dad's got to do? And she made it perfectly clear that she was trying to do something on her own and not with her father. Well, in that case, you should have left your parents home and changed your name to something else. And then competed on the show. That's all. So now Simon is still searching for a new host for X Factor, which, by the way, sidebar, Britney's still not worth the money you're paying her. I mean, ooh, you know what I mean? I just, if you're paying Demi Lovato between $3 and $5 million, how much is she? Like $3 and $5 million, and Demi is bringing it. As a matter of fact, Demi Lovato talks like a person who's had hit after hit on the top, like Mariah Carey. In the meantime, I couldn't tell you one Demi Lovato song or one Demi Lovato show. I think she was like one of those Disney kids at one point, right? So I don't know anything about her, but what I know is that she's on X Factor and she needs more money because she is really cute and she is bringing it with the talk. Go, Demi. And for $15 million for Britney Spears, I want my money back. Okay, so let's talk about the host because, I haven't really given much thought to the host because right now I'm so intrigued by all this, they're doing the auditions. But they're going to need a host. That's the person that does like the Ryan Seacrest over at Idol, but they need one for X Factor. So some of the names in the hopper include Mario Lopez, we've talked about this, Kelly Osbourne, Khloe Kardashian, Chloe, I love you, but I just don't think that this job is for you. Even if your mother puts the screws to Simon to make him do it, I just don't think that you will be able to bring it on X Factor as the host. And also another name that was thrown around was Corbin Bleu. I love Corbin Bleu. He's been here before, but Corbin, this job is not for you either. I want to see Mario Lopez as the male. I mean, you know, and then there's a new name that's been added in, and I want her to get the female job. Roxy Diaz, the former host of 106 & Park on BET. Okay, you're not getting a lot of claps. That's probably because we don't watch 106 & Park. I mean, unless you have kids, you know, when you hear the music thumping from the other room, then you go in and say, you know, what you watching? And then like that. But I can tell you about Roxy, okay? First of all, like me, she comes from radio. So not that you have to know music, because if you're the host, you're just reading from a prompter and everything, but it helps to know music and it helps to know the vibe of the streets and what people are talking about. And Roxy had it popping in Chicago for many years, and then she was on BET, that 106 & Park she co-hosted with Terrence J for 7 years. And then recently we were talking about her in Hot Topics because she was dating Eddie Murphy earlier this year. Remember I was telling you, it was reported that Eddie dumped her because she was doing little girl things like, where you at? Where you at? When you coming home? Allegedly. Well, the Daily News is reporting that Roxy is moving to LA soon and that she wants to pursue a career in something. And I think that this would be perfect. And Simon, she's your type. I'm not saying that you have to get romantical. I'm just saying, you know, Simon likes a nice, you know, brownish girl with the thing going on. And then you put her and Mario Lopez next to each other. Everybody's a little person to me, but they're both little people. And they'll look great together standing there doing the Ryan Seacrest. So my vote is Mario Lopez and Roxy Diaz, and everybody else, no. So now, Lady Gaga surprised everybody, including us here at Hot Topics. We talked about when she hit the stage with more meat on her bones than usual. Remember? Well, she admits that she gained 25 pounds. You know, her parents own an Italian restaurant, plus she said, look, if your parents owned a restaurant, wouldn't you be there eating all day? I would. She said, look, she's Italian, she likes to eat, plus her parents own this restaurant, and so yeah, she's gained 25 pounds. But on Tuesday, she got on her website to respond to the critics. She posted a picture, this is a recent picture of her in her underwear with the caption, bulimia and anorexia since I was 15. Now, it looks like she might have dropped weight, but it's also the angle of the camera. You ever notice when you shoot up high, you look thinner? Yes. Anyway, she announced on her website, and I think that this is a really great thing, that she's launching what she's calling a Body Revolution 2013 to accept your body and encourage others to accept and be brave about your body. And she says, mother effing compassion, you know, for your body and other people's bodies. And I like it. She wants her monsters, that's what she calls her fans, to know that it's okay to embrace your flaws. And thousands of fans of hers have already flooded her website with pictures of them in their underwear and stories about their own situations. I think it's great. I mean, there comes a point in life where you are who you are, and that is just it. And I think it's a positive way to respond to the haters. And she's leading by example by admitting her own flaws. So shout out to Gaga. Good for you. Okay. So now, we all know that Nicki Minaj is, you know, the rapstress on the tip of everybody's lips. And we all know also that she's taking over as one of the new hosts on American Idol. Well, this just in, because according to Perez Hilton, friend to the show, she's about to become a reality star with a reality show that they're in the process of filming for the E! Network. It's interesting. Okay, so nobody clapped. We're still mulling it over, Gaga. I felt the same way, you know, because besides her music, she is known for her outfits, but we don't know much about her personality. Is it that if she does reality TV, the mystique will be gone, and and then, you know, we'll know the woman behind the wigs and stuff. I think I would watch it. I would give it a try. Here's the thing. I would give it a try, but I wonder who she surrounds herself with. And then once we find out who she surrounds herself with, will we still like her, or do we like the facade of the wigs and, you know, the outfits? But it's going to be on E! I wonder if it's going to be produced by Ryan Seacrest?
We don't know. We're trying to find out.
Probably. Everything over there is. But at the very least, she will lift the veil and show us her life. We'll find out who her man is, who her makeup artist is, you know, what she does. And hopefully that won't ruin it for your fans who buy your music. So good luck over there, girl. Now, here comes another advice show. Or advice book. It's from Beverly Hills Housewives, Brandi Glanville. She was the one who was part of that messy breakup, she and her ex-husband, Eddie Cibrian. He's hot, oh my gosh. Remember? He cheated on her with Leanne Rimes after they met on the set of that Lifetime movie, Northern Lights. And then she was married and Eddie was married to Brandi, and now they're both married together. And so Brandi is odd woman out with she's got the custody of the kids, or partial custody, whatever. Anyway, so she's using all this to her advantage. The new book is going to be about the dating mistakes and her bad breakups. And, you know, she's got, listen, is this a book that we will buy? I don't know. No? First of all, I'm not really seeing a lot of dating mistakes because I mostly know you for being married to Eddie. And as far as a bad breakup, yeah, you know, you can help women, you know, how to cope with the aftermath of a bad divorce, especially because your ex-husband and his wife, Leanne Rimes, you now have to deal with them sharing custody and, you know, in the paparazzi and the lights and that whole bit. But anyway, she couldn't decide the title of the book. So she tweeted she wants her Twitter followers to help her out. And she threw out 3 titles and she wants you to choose. Number 1, I'd Leave Me Too. Or number 2, It's a Breakup, Not Cancer. Yeah, I don't like that one either. I don't like playing with the C word. Don't play with the C word. I don't even like that I'm born in July and I am a C word. I don't like it. I don't like it. Or number 3, Don't Drink and Tweet and Brandi's Other Breakup Blunders. Okay, so we hear, you don't like that one either? Well, we here at the show, she asks us to choose one of them, so we chose the third one, Don't Drink and Tweet and Other Brandi Blunders. But Brandi, we came up with some other titles that you might be interested in. And the one that we like the best that I'd like to share with you is Eddie or Not, Here I Come by Brandi Glanville. So now, the Jersey Shore might be coming to an end, but life is going on for Snooki. She's got the baby going on. And now it's been revealed that JWoww is engaged to her boyfriend, Roger. I know. Apparently, Roger proposed to her after skydiving. According to In Touch magazine, all she cared about was the big ring. Well, Roger did her lovely. She got a 7.5-carat engagement ring. And she's planning a Vegas wedding. As she wants all the Jersey Shore girls to be her bridesmaids, and she wants Pauly D to be the DJ, and she wants her boobs to be on display in her wedding dress. So, congratulations, JWoww. However, can I just say this? MTV, please no spin-off of JWoww and Roger. She's good with Snooki and the rest, but not by herself. And you guys, the final season of the Jersey Shore premieres next Thursday on MTV, so we'll be watching. So now let's talk about Honey Boo Boo Chow. Yeah. Did you guys watch last night? Yeah. Have you ever watched? Yeah. Don't you just want to know what the phenomenon is? It's about 50-50. Okay, there are a lot of people who don't care. Well, that's why when you watch Honey Boo Boo, you gotta have a plan. You know, don't you watch 2 shows at one time? I do. There's always 2 going on at one time. So last night it was Honey Boo Boo, but like I was saying, American Greed, and American Greed actually got most of my time. But I do like The Family. Here comes Honey Boo Boo. Last night was supposed to be the season finale, but they won't be gone for long because it's been such a big hit that TLC has added new episodes that are coming up soon. They're gonna have the holiday specials. 3 of them. All right, they're gonna have the Halloween special, the Thanksgiving special, and the Christmas special, but they're not gonna come cheap. The Family wants a pay raise. Well, reportedly, they're getting $4,000 per episode, and they're making approximately 8 episodes, so you do the math. This is what the Family's pulling in to do it, to open up their lot. It doesn't seem like a lot of money when you consider all that they're sharing about themselves and all those people living in the house. So they want to raise from $4,000 an episode to $10,000 an episode. And I think June, the mother, behind all that, behind all of the tomfoolery and giggles that we get from the show, I think that the mother is kind of like Kris Kardashian of that town, you know. And so for right now, though, we're going to say goodbye to Honey Boo Boo and her family, and then we'll look forward to those holiday specials. No, we've prepared a special goodbye. Roll it.
Here we go. Like us or love us, I don't really care. I'm not gonna make.
You better recognize.
We've got a wonderful show planned for you today from HBO's hit show Boardwalk Empire. The young Hollywood star Vincent Piazza's here. Plus, InStyle magazine's gonna do a fabulous fashion show for Workwear. So keep it here for that. And then up next, we have 3 outspoken personalities and me. We're gonna do our Hot Talk Roundtable panel and discuss the hottest topics of the week. So keep it here. It is time for another dose of this week's most buzzed about topics. Joining me to weigh in on everything that everyone is talking about, please welcome comedian Mike Vecchione, relationship expert Siggy Flicker, and writer and reality star Victoria Gotti. Welcome, everybody. Okay, so let's get it started. Here comes Honey Boo Boo, just wrapped for the first season. Is this exploiting the family, or are they doing it and you're enjoyed by it, or you enjoy it?
I think all of America's enjoyed by it. Exploiting the family in what way? This is what they do. They're very, very happy. I know people who are living in McMansions who are miserable.
Right.
This family is truly happy.
And there's a lot of love in the house.
There's no mental abuse, there's no physical abuse, and she's being loved.
Yes.
So let them rake in the money.
Mike, you say?
But I honestly, I think, how far do we go? How far do we go with reality TV? I mean, we're showing everything now from women killing each other, cussing like we've never heard. Really, the next thing we can only do is have someone kill someone on the air and then follow through the trial. It's insane. I think reality TV has gotten to the point of, like my show, not enough drugs, sex, rock and roll at the time, I guess.
When you guys had
it's just, where do you draw the line?
Yeah.
You know? And that little girl, I just fear that years from now, we're going to hear...
Oh, she's going to be a mess
you
years
know,
from now.
This is my only concern.
Mike,
I'm
what
with
do
the
you say?
money, and I'm with you on that, but there are other ways to, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
I watched it for the first time last night. I didn't want to like it, but you know what? Delightful. Just fat rednecks, banjo music, her sneezing at the camera guy.
Farting, all kinds of stuff. Well, You know, by the way, I said earlier they do 8 episodes a season. It's actually 10. And 55% of you, we went to wendyshow.com. We asked you to weigh in on this. 55% of our Wendy watchers say it's exploitation. 45% say it's harmless entertainment. I'm surprised that the poll was so close. Okay, let's move on. Many couples these days are too busy in their lives, so they're scheduling sex with their partner. Is this the way to keep the spark alive, or does it kill the romance? Victoria?
Go for it. If I had known back then, before I got divorced, what I know now, seriously, Wendy, I take, even though I shouldn't take any, I take 20% responsibility for the divorce, and I did. I was the perfect mother, perfect wife, tried to do everything, you know. Seriously, as you have a date night, schedule a sex night. If it's the pressure's on to perform and they lose it, it wasn't there to begin with. The chemistry will never lose. So, yeah, set aside that time. There's kids, you know, there's little kids. Go for it. Go for it.
So you say schedule
in the backseat of a car if you have to.
I am thinking that it's taking all the spontaneity out of something that should be spontaneous.
Could be.
I don't
Could
like.
be.
But the reality is we have kids. We don't want to brush our teeth, but we get up every morning and we brush our teeth. I don't want to take the kids to school sometimes. I got to take the kids to school. Relationship fails because just like a car, you don't put gas in a car, the car is not going to move. You don't take care of your man and you don't take care of each other and work at it, the relationship is going to end in divorce.
Yeah, but where does it end? Is it like, is it the point where your wife grabs your crotch and you have to check Surrey to make sure that your schedule is clear? It's like, I cannot.
Go sneak away in the backseat of a car.
Really? Yeah, that's spontaneous.
You know, it's like Ziggy said,
but
just
not
go
scheduled.
For it.
You know, you know the best people, the best sex is with people who are crazy.
Right.
Because it's absolutely not scheduled and unplanned.
And also unscheduled sex. I just think, you know, and even as a married woman, I just think that if you schedule sex, you're taking the spontaneity out. A woman should always be waxed and ready. A man should always smell good and be ready. And you should always be ready to roll.
On Wednesday nights, I have a date night with my husband. I always bathe myself, wash myself with the strawberry soap. We go out to dinner. I have a glass of wine. I'm relaxed. But I gave him the time to say, honey, I put the kids away for you tonight.
And Ziggy, are you always dressed when your husband comes in the door? Did your mom teach you?
Because
look this way, right? Look this way.
I learned from my first divorce.
See, look this way, because if you don't, honey, there will be a woman out there that he's going to want to look at.
I'm so shocked.
You know.
So Mike and I say no scheduling sex. It kills it. And the ladies are saying schedule the sex. Wendyshow.com, the poll showed 58% of you want to schedule the sex and 42% say no way. Again, I am so shocked. Really? Corny.
Only if you have to. Only if you have to. You have to.
Okay, let's move on. This is a topic that we can all, I know we all have an opinion. 13 New York City schools have this policy now that is allowing them to give out the morning after pill to students without parents' consent. Is this a good or a bad idea?
No way. No way. Wendy, let me explain one thing. There are complications with children. First of all, 17, that's the biggest part of this the equation here. That's the factor. 17, too young. That school does not know that child's history medically. God forbid something goes wrong hormonally with that pill, whatever. That child has an anaphylactic reaction, something.
Good one.
You know what?
Mike, you were a former school teacher.
Yeah, I was a former school teacher. I have to, because the parents can opt out of this program with one signature.
Okay, and here's
So that's what the thing is. I say we can't have kids having kids, because it's just going to repeat the cycle. Then how many prom dresses
Let me just explain it. No, here's what happens. The school sends home this notification. If you don't sign it, then that means that the school has permission to give your kid the morning after pill. I'm a busy working mother. Listen, my kid literally has to come to me, bring me my readers and a pen, and lay everything out to sign, or nothing gets signed. If you don't sign it, the school can now give your kid the morning after pill.
And will you see it?
But wait a second.
And will you see it?
No, you won't see it.
But what woman doesn't want you to see it?
No.
Wendy, what about an opt-in form? They cannot take my child on a field trip without my signature. You cannot administer Tylenol to my daughter without...
The kids can't even drink a 16-ounce soda, but they can get a morning after pill. Okay, over at wendyshow.com, 55% of you think that the morning after pill being given in schools is a bad idea, but 45% of you said it's a good idea. Really? Really?
To
Do
me,
we
it's promoting pregnancy, teen pregnancy, like the show. And they proved it after I've written about it 15 times in columns, that show promoted and almost it forced young girls to go out and get pregnant so they can become candidates. To me, this says, here's your ticket to ride, something happens, the condom breaks,
Yes.
don't have safe sex, take a pill.
Okay, this
Go
is
see
what we're
the
going to
nurse.
do. We're going to keep the round table going. Up next, we're going to talk about Arnold Schwarzenegger and Maria Shriver as it relates to open marriages. Keep it here. Okay, we're sitting here with the round table, and there's been a lot of buzz recently about open marriages. For instance, with Arnold and Maria, and we don't know that they had an open marriage, but my question is, do you think that the affair with the housekeeper and the subsequent baby would have happened if perhaps they had a mature agreement to just have an open marriage?
Years ago, for me, it would have been a deal breaker. Seriously, and it was, by the way.
Yeah.
Not that it was the only reason,
Yes.
but one of them. And today, seriously, Wendy, seeing what the boys went through, seeing what I unwillingly, with my ex, put them through, I have to say I would rethink that.
Yeah.
I would rethink that. And it sounds crazy. I'm not losing my self-respect. I don't believe in that. I would go do my thing. You know what I'm saying?
But as long as you don't look in his eyes
That's
and
right.
fall in love, because I think the
That's
emotional
right.
attachment
That's
hurts
right.
more than the sex.
That's right. And be discreet.
I
And be discreet,
counsel
but children are important.
And Siggy is a relationship expert.
Absolutely, 100%. I love you, but I disagree. I think that it's hard enough to have a relationship one-on-one, whether it's a man and a woman and a woman, or man and a man. Getting another psycho involved into that mix is the chemistry for an eruption. And Arnold Schwarzenegger, who was married to a woman with class and dignity,
Yes.
to bring the housekeeper into your bedroom.
Oh, that was wrong.
Disgusting. He owes me an apology. He owes the word an apology.
Mike, what do you
Forget
say?
it.
But do you agree, Ziggy? Do you agree that cheating should be a deal breaker?
Cheating should be a deal
Okay,
breaker.
no, but we're not talking about cheating. We're
You don't
talking
think
about an
all men
agreement.
cheat?
Open marriage.
And I want to be a cool guy.
I think all men cheat.
I want to be
do.
a cool guy and say yes, open marriage, but there's just too many snags.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There are
Because
a
you
lot
come
of
to an
snags.
agreement,
True.
and then she's
Temptation.
dating 12 guys, and you got 2.
And then she gets
Girls.
pregnant, and you said, well, you know, this is sometimes happens when
Yes.
you.
Right.
Here's the thing: marriage is difficult enough, and I think that the open marriage idea. It sounds good, but it's a deal breaker.
That's really when you have to schedule sex.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so look, we went to wendyshow.com and we asked you what you thought. 88% of you said no way, and 12% says it works for some couples.
I think he looked at the housekeeper, and I'm sorry to say this, as a piece of
Yes, a piece of
and
meat.
and I think that he used it to his full benefit and took advantage. I do.
Gotcha.
So I don't think that's considered even an open marriage. I think that if he wanted to fool around and get his rocks off, he should have done it differently
Yes.
with a classier woman, as Ziggy said.
Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, as well
You
as
know-
Jada and Will, they've said some very interesting things pertaining to a fluidly open relationship.
Right.
Just
Because
really,
they have so many options.
Yeah.
So that's when you need it.
You guys, thank you so much for being here. I love doing this roundtable panel. For more information about our panelists, go to wendyshow.com. Up next, keep it here. It's time for Ask Wendy. You know, welcome back, everyone. It's time for Ask Wendy. How you doing?
How you doing, Wendy?
Where'd you come from?
Wilmington, Delaware.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How can I help?
Okay, so I dated my ex for 2 years, and now I have a new boyfriend. Now, my old ex-boyfriend, he's become, like, close with my younger brother, and they hang out more so than they did when we were dating, and it kind of just makes me and my new boyfriend uncomfortable. How do I kill the bromance?
Wow, your brother's breaking the sibling code.
Right?
I
know, I talked to him.
There's an unwritten thing about this. You've got to talk to your brother. There are other.
He didn't. He kind of just brushed it off.
How old is your brother?
He's 16.
That's why, number one. And how old are you?
I'm 22.
Okay, how old is your ex-boyfriend?
23.
So a 16-year-old is hanging out with a 23-year-old?
Yeah, it's very bizarre.
What do they have in common?
Sneakers.
I live with sneaker kings, so I get
Yeah.
it. You know what?
It's a sneaker connection.
You'll have to speak to your brother about it. Do you live at home with your parents?
For now.
Okay, so it's time for you. When the economy is right and you got your money, it's time for you to move out. You might not be able to change this. The connection with sneakers sounds innocent enough. He was your boyfriend for 2 years, but you have moved on. Maybe curtail him visiting the house.
Yeah.
You know, like they can talk on the telephone and they can meet out, and then, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the sneakers have a powerful pull on these guys.
They do.
All right?
They do.
Good luck with that one. You guys keep it here. Up next from Boardwalk Empire, the star Vincent Piazza is here. So our next guest stars is Lucky Luciano, the ambitious young mobster on HBO's Emmy Award-winning series Boardwalk Empire. Take a look.
Think you can introduce us to your date?
Of course. Where are my manners? Scruffy, meet Charlie Luciano. What's that? She says you remind her of her brother.
In your case, it's a compliment.
Please welcome the very handsome Vincent Piazza. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
You looked stunned when you first
Look at
came
this.
out.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was walking into.
These are your people.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, these
All right.
are your people.
Thank you.
So you should feel right at home here. You were raised in New York, yes?
I always do this every morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you're from Queens, yes?
Yeah, I'm from Queens.
The Q borough. Do people ever mistake you at all for Rob Pattinson?
I am the poor man's Pattinson. I am the Italian Rob Pattinson.
Well,
Now,
you get that from time to time.
I actually have. Usually it's getting uncanny now because it's happened like probably 3 to 5 times where I walk into a mall.
Yeah.
And I'll go up to the counter and there'll be a woman behind the counter. She goes, I know who you are. And I'll go, really? And she'll go, you in them vampire movies. And I go, yeah. Either that or I'll call her out.
Listen, your show, congratulations, Boardwalk Empire, you know, is in its 3rd season. And
thank you.
It's a big hit in our house. For you know, brings my husband and I together to watch. I find it very glamorous and dark but glamorous. You know, Prohibition, 1920s. Talk more about the show. Tell everybody who's not familiar.
Yeah, Boardwalk Empire is a 1920s Prohibition drama set up by HBO, Terry Winter, Martin Scorsese, and it covers a real-life character, Nucky Johnson, but on the show he's Nucky Thompson, and he was this community leader in Atlantic City, and it shows kind of his dealings with historical figures like the character I play, Lucky Luciano, Al Capone, Arnold Rothstein, and you get to see how business was done more or less at that time. And it's beautifully written and very violent at times. It's kind of a grim view, but again, very decadent, glamorous.
Yes.
The set design, the art design, the costumes, everyone's done a real wonderful job.
Looks like they put a lot of money into that show to just make it on point.
The details.
Yes.
Like the love is in the details.
Yes.
Like, you know, you show up and your suits are tailor-made from the time. So you could be in a scene with someone that doesn't have money. So they'll be wearing, you're in 1923, their suit's probably from 1919. So it's an older style.
Yes.
And you get to see it, or it's a little tattered. You know, so they'll put in, you know, that kind of attention to all the details. Yeah.
Now, you change your hair. How do you get the lucky hair?
This is a perm. This is a perm.
You know what?
I feel like I was an air supply or something.
So this is what you need for the show.
Yeah. This is, they perm it and dye it. My hair is actually like, my mother would call it honey-colored. She goes, you have honey-colored hair. And they dye it like espresso is the color.
Yes.
And it's fading now, and then they perm it.
But the curly perm part is just so It's just so funny.
Yeah.
That's funny to me.
Yeah. No, it is. It is. I wake up every day.
But what you do, but hey, listen, I understand you wake up every day a more fulfilled man than you were when you were a stockbroker at one point.
Yeah, yeah.
Talk about that. He's got a really interesting way that he got into this acting.
Very, very backwards. I feel like a cat. I've had all these different lives. My dream initially was to be a professional ice hockey player. And I was kind of chasing my brother's coattails on that. He had gone further than I did. Anyway, I got injured, and I said, what am I going to do with my life? My father's in construction. I was like, that's an option. Maybe I'll grab a pick and shovel.
Yeah.
And then I said, no. A buddy of mine was a stockbroker at the time. He said, come down to Wall Street, you make a lot of money.
And you already studied, so you had some experience with this?
Yeah, I did 1 year of accounting.
Okay,
So clearly I was qualified to manage millions of dollars. So I went into that world, and it was very seductive.
You made a lot of money.
Well, I was doing well, and it's a very fascinating field, as we all read about in here, and I got to see kind of the underbelly of it and be in it for a number of years. I got to travel, see a lot of the world, which was one of the best parts about it.
Yeah.
And the people I got to meet, great characters.
And then something happened to your mentor that changed your
Yeah,
life?
there was a guy who was kind of grooming me. He was like my senior partner. I was just a kid.
Yeah.
And I was the office clown. So I'd come out from a meeting where we'd meet with some very exotic businessman from some strange part of the world, and we'd go back to the rest of the office, and he'd go, come on, show them what happened in the meeting. So then I'd walk in, I'd be like, Mr. Vincent.
Yeah,
this
you
and
were
that, and
good
I'd replay whatever the scene was, and I'd luckily have him laughing. And he goes, man, you're wasting your time in this business. You need to be an actor. And I was like, what does that mean? I'm not good at
Is
this
this
job?
the same guy that died? He fell asleep on the bridge?
Yeah, he fell asleep driving home.
Here in New York.
The 59th Street Bridge.
And so that made you say, I want to live my dream, and my dream is to act.
Yeah, yeah. Just kind of was my first real brush with mortality. And I was trying to make sense of losing a peer.
So now, everybody knows that you are the boyfriend of the singer-actress Ashlee Simpson. And yes, look, all of a sudden he's got nothing to say. I know! But we see you guys walking down the street and doing things. There they are at the Emmys, that picture right there.
Oh, that's at the Emmys? No, that's at the Emmys.
Do you eventually, whether it's Ashlee or anybody, are you the settling down type?
I am a homebody.
A homebody.
I am a homebody. And no, I do kind of see myself as someone that appreciates, real intimacy, getting to know somebody on a very deep level, as opposed to...
Yes. That's sweet.
My mom's happy.
It was really nice to meet you, Vincent.
Thank you.
And we love, Boardwalk Empire, and good luck with everything. We'll continue to read the magazines and see your relationship develop with Ashlee. In the meantime, you guys be sure to watch Boardwalk Empire. It's Sunday nights at 9 on HBO. Up next, we're going to give you a fashion show for daytime, ready to wear, go to work. A fashion show next. We all like to turn it out at night, but what about a great look for the office? Here to show us some great style for the office from In Style magazine. Say hello to Sabira Shaw. Thank you, Wendy. I am so glad that you're here. So let's get right to the fashion show. First of all, as you know, all of our models are from the Wendy Studio audience. We like to do that here. Talisa is first. Sabira, talk about her dress and what this occasion is.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, first of all, we always say there are 3 staples. You want a silk blouse, you want a skirt that's knee length, and you want pointy toe pumps. So you're going to see those in all the outfits. She's getting ready for a job interview, and of course, women think just as much about what they're going to say as what they're going to wear.
Yes.
So you can think more about what you're going to say because we've done the guesswork for you in terms of what to put on. So she's got her Banana Republic jacket, Banana Republic trousers. She's very crisp, but she's adding in a little bit more personality with the blouse. It's from Arc & Co. It's got a conversational print. It's got a lovely tie neck blouse, which I love. And then the bag pulls the whole thing together.
It really
it's doctor
does.
style. Yes.
I love this, and great hair, too.
Yes.
Thank you, Talisa.
Thank
Okay,
you.
our next model is Sandra, or Sandra, depending on how you pronounce. She's going to a power meeting and then dinner afterwards.
Yeah, dinner with clients. And she's wearing this amazing French Connection dress. I mean, it's a wonderful color. It's got a strong shoulder. It nips in the waist. And
I love
you've
that,
got-
the cut on the shoulder, it hides arm booty. You know, you get this right here, girls?
Yes, and then she's a petite woman, and the length back is wonderful for her. It elongates the leg, and then she's got these great shoes on from Schutz. They're a nude pump, they're T-strap, they're pointy, so all those three forces combine to make your legs look even longer.
So she can go from the workplace to dinner afterwards, and you look perfect. Thank you so much, Sandra. Our last model is Whitney, and Whitney is going to a pitch meeting.
Whitney is going to network, drinks after work.
And then and then drinks after work.
Yes, and look at all of these conversational pieces. She's got this amazing trend by W118 by Walter Baker, a little bit of sparkle up at the neck with the sequin necklace, your basic Banana Republic turtleneck, and then a pencil skirt, which is a staple. In style, we love this for work, and it's got that bold graphic print.
So this is the outfit that can take you from the workplace to drinks with the girls afterwards.
Yes, to network.
Hopefully this was helpful to you. You know, daytime wear is so important. So thank you to all of our models, and thank you, Sabira Shaw.
Thank you, Wendy.
And for more information on these looks, go to wendyshow.com and be sure to pick up the latest issue of In Style magazine. It's on newsstands now. We'll be right back. Keep it here. You don't mind if I go? Listen, you know my co-host, my studio audience, they come, they turn it out, and you can do the same. You know, the tickets to the show are free. If you're ever in New York City or the New York City area, come be a part of my beautiful studio audience. We are on West 26th Street in the Chelsea neighborhood. Go to wendyshow.com for your tickets, and I guarantee you a good time, right? You know, I had fun today. I want to thank Vincent Piazza. It was so nice to meet you. And also In Styles, Sabira Shaw. Thank you for the fashion show. Our panelists for Hot Talk, Victoria Gotti, Ziggy Flicker, and Mike Vecchione. Thank you. And of course, my co-host. Tomorrow we've got another great show from Shape Magazine. They're going to be here with their beauty award winners, and NBA superstar Amari Stoudemire is going to be here for some good couch talk. I love you for watching today, and I'll see you next time on Wendy. Bye-bye.